Hey everybody, it's May from Black Mountain Plans, and tonight I want to do kind of a different type of video. I have something coming to the website soon, and so there's a couple of videos kind of like leading up to it, and this will be the first one. It is about paper and pen testing and things like that. So if that seems interesting, just stay tuned. Okay guys, so I'm kind of in the process of making my own inserts with sticker kits to go along with them. These are not the finalized items, but it's just, some of the things that I'm working on. And aside from making the inserts and things like that to offer you guys, there's a lot of things that I had to take into consideration, right? Like commercial hole punching versus a regular hand punch. I mean, to put your holes into the inserts and make sure that they are perfectly uniform every single time, I had to invest in a commercial hole puncher. So there are different settings for a hole puncher. So as you can see, these are the A5 Erin Condren inserts. I have got my hole punching perfected to where they are in the exact same spots as the Erin Condren inserts. I could have went a little deeper, but I chose not to do that. So along with, can I keep the hole punching consistent, I had to look at, do I want to offer this as a coiled version, or do I want to offer it just as A5 inserts to put into rings at the moment? Sorry about that, my camera was doing something a little funky. So I have ordered lots of different types of paper, and the paper I ended up choosing, and I will not budge on this paper, is actually 147 GSM. It is very thick, nice paper. I, as a crafter, would call it cardstock, but it's actually not cardstock. It is what they call paper stock. Just to give you an idea of how thick it is, this is 10 sheets of paper, okay? Now, it is thick. It has a tooth to it, and we are going to see how well it reacts. I have pen tested a lot of stuff on a piece of this paper. I got it in the mail December 18th, and I laid down one of my Faith Kit stickers from Away in a Manger down on this paper on December 18th. At the end of this video, we're going to take it up and see if it comes back up, okay? But when you first lay down a sticker with my sticker paper, the removable kind, it comes up. It does not pull the paper. I like that it is nice and thick. I will not back down on the thickness. It is thicker than any other planer paper I have seen on the market. Like if you buy the Moxie Life, the Erin Condren, all of that paper, this is going to be thicker. And there are reasons why I am choosing to use this paper. It is because I am a stationary hoe, and I have lots of things in my arsenal that I would like to use in my planer. And I do not want to have to worry about what kind of paper my inserts or my planer spread is printed on before I start marking on it and putting stickers. So if you are like me and you have lots of beautiful pens and markers and things that you want to use, but you're limited because of the paper that your planner is printed on, stay tuned because we're going to go through it. So, like I said, this is nice thick paper, and we're going to start some pen testing because you guys, like I said, I have pulled the meanest things in my arsenal out to test on this paper and see how well it goes. And I mean, I have pulled stuff that we have no business putting in our planners anyway, but we're going to do it. And I even pulled out a brand new Snoopy Pilot Friction pen, and it is the black ink. You guys, I will show you. Let's see, where did those Erin Condren inserts go that fast? I will show you on Erin Condren. Now, I know on the little notepad that came with the surprise box for, what was it, December? It bled through that paper. So, let's put Snoopy down on this paper and see how well it does. It's going to bleed through Erin Condren. So, we're going to test it on this paper. Because I want to use my Snoopy stamp. I ain't going to lie to you. I would like to use him in my daily planning. So let's test this paper with some of the meanest things I can find, okay? So the first thing that we're going to look at is, of course, a Paper Mate Flare, which we should have no worries. This is Paper Mate Flare, okay? Now, if we flip it, absolutely no shadow. Do y'all see anything? I'm going to zoom you in. I don't see nothing. We're going to be fine. So let's go back out some. Alright, so we know a Paper Mate Flare, that's going to work. Now let's look at a Crayola Super Tip, because I have a lot of like little banners that I want to be able to use. Let's see, Crayola Super Tip. And this is the darkest one I have. I can't find my black. But, I mean, it's still a very dark blue. Absolutely no bleed. So we know that booger's good. So let's stick them up there. Let's go ahead and do Snoopy, because I'm dying to know. Because this booger's super inky. Okay. Let him dry for a second. Let's see. Tombow, right? So let's write on this side. Skinny side of Tombow. How many of y'all like using your Tombow in your planner? Of the Tombow. And then we're going to do a swish beside of it with the brush stroke side. There we go. I'll stick that up there. So we're testing Snoopy, the skinny, and the brush side of the Tombow marker. Look at that. My planner stamp, I don't even know if I can show you. Let me stick it underneath more white paper so we can get it like accurate. Look at that. I got ghosting for the Snoopy stamp. That is like the meanest thing I've got so far, okay? But I don't see anything on the back side of this paper other than a little ghosting from the Snoopy. And sorry about that. So anyway, this is like one of those stamps that I had to buy from Japan. Okay, now this is an MLA stamp, right? And this was sold on Tokyo Pen Shop, and it's a bow. This is probably something that you have in your arsenal. I doubt you would have that Snoopy stamp, because trust me, I bought it when it was seriously discontinued, and I bought it years ago. And this one is a regular Pilot Friction stamp, and it's the little steps. So let's see how I really got that one hard, but it'd be alright. So let's look and see what the little bow and the stamp does on that side. So your Pilot Friction stamps are going to be fine. They're absolutely not even going to ghost. Okay, so let's look at another one. Let's see. Of course, we got the Sharpie, you know, regular ink pen. And this is in blue. I don't even know why I'm testing that, because the Sharpie pen is not going to do jack. So that's out. Alright, so that one's good. Let's look at, of course, we know an Inkjoy gel should work. Yep. No worries there. Let's do a dark mild liner. Alright. Let's go really dark with that. Okay. Flip it. Nothing. See where I'm going with this? Alright, so we have, let's see. Ooh, what else is over here? I got this from Erin Condren. It's the charcoal pen. It's a metallic marker. So I'm going to put charcoal, metallic. Is it 1 L or 2? I can't even speak tonight. I don't know. Metallic marker from EC. Okay, and that booger bleeds on everything that I write with it. Nothing. Look at that. Nothing. Here's our old school dual tip. I'm going to put old EC. Because we'll test one of the newer ones they've came out with, because they've redone their dual tip markers. Nothing. Nothing. Alright, so where is an EC dual tip? Okay, here's the wet erase. Y'all ever been stupid and grabbed one? I know I have. Wet erase. Nada. What else I got in here? This is an old dual tip. Old EC. And this one is in black, so we can test it. Works great. Alright, what else I got? I'm flipping my thing around. I've got these. These should be Sharpie. Yeah, these are the Sharpie liquid highlighters. So let's go like this. This is the darkest I own. Alright, flip it. Nada. Okay, let's see. Of course, we've got a Pentel Energel. I don't even know why I'm testing it because it should be fine. It is. Look at that. Alright, so let's see. We have my favorite pens, which are the Sarasa. What is this? I call it the Sarasa Vintage because it's in the same barrel. Sarasa Vintage, and that's a 1.0. Nothing. That one's good. Alright, so what else I got in here? Okay, I got an old school Sharpie the newer version of the Sharpie markers. And where's the old school version? So here's the original Sharpie S notes, right? So we do like that. And then here is the newer one, because I don't know if they changed the ink in it or just the feel of it. And those are pretty dark. Those are like the darkest I have. So we're going to flip it. Nada. I love it. So pigment micron, we know these shouldn't really bleed. But you know, on some papers they do. So it's right in there. Nothing. Love it. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so let's get into some really mean stuff here. What is this one? This is the new EC dual tip. Right? We're looking at the bottom here. Nothing. Alright, so we know that one's good. We have a Stabilo. Don't tell me what, anyway. It don't tell me what the tip is. I'm thinking it's the 0.3. Stabilo. Nothing. See what I mean, guys? This is why I went with this paper. It's because I don't want it bleeding through. Muji pens are kind of mean. I guess you could say... Well, actually, we need one that actually works. Hang on. I got another one. Oh. Whoops. See what I mean? They're not on my desk because they don't play nice, and so I don't keep them over here. So let's make it bleed for a second. So this is like the Jelly Roll pens, and that one's skipping. So let's do it in another color and see if we can get it. Alright. Yeah, they're skipping. I need to start bleeding them through on my black paper, but we're looking at Jelly Roll and these squiggles. Nothing. Nice. Sorry about that, guys. Should have been better prepared with that one. Alright, let's check. I have a black highlighter from Propus. It's a uni Propus window. I love this for like when I'm blacking out something on my to-do list. You can tell how much I use it. Nothing. And trust me, this booger bleeds through everything. Alright, so let's look at a dot marker. A Zig two-way dot marker. Let's do that. Alright, let's also do one of the metallics. This is the metallic gold. How many of y'all like using those? I don't want it to bleed on my desk because I know it's black. I mean, it's wet. Look at that. Look at that. I'll even show you up close with white. Nada. Nada, nada, nada. Only thing getting through is that Snoopy, y'all. He is the only thing getting through. Alright. So, what else do we got here? Diversity? I don't even know who makes this one. Diversity. I believe this was from a Bible journaling kit on Amazon. I do believe. So we're looking at like right in here. I still don't say anything, guys. And that's like a fine tip marker. Alright, what else I got? I got these. How many of y'all like these? The Precise V5. So we have the Precise V5. And we know that these don't play on all paper. Okay. Nothing. Nothing. Ooh, let's see. What else I got? Alright, I got these dual tip markers from Amazon, and they're the shuttle art. So we're gonna dot that one. Because these bleed pretty bad too. So I'm going through. Nothing. I love it. You can use all your dot markers. Let's really look. Here's my fountain pen with Borealis Black, and I have a medium nib, not a fine tip. So we're gonna write fountain pen. Okay. Put my favorite pen over there. Nada. You can use your fountain pen on my inserts. Alright, what else we got? We already did the Sharpie S note. I had several of them. Alright, what is this? Ooh, yeah. This one. Ugh. Alright, these little guys are the Kirashash, or however you say it, the glitter highlighters. And these guys are usually pretty mean because when you go down, it puts like the wetness onto your paper. And you can see, I don't know if y'all can see the sparkle. Can you see the sparkle in it? It's so pretty. But when you flip it, nothing. I love it. Alright, everybody, do y'all have these, the little pens? You would think because they're so thin that they would be super friendly. Don't you dare write in these in your Bible with them. Oh my Lord, no. Le pens. These little buggers have a tendency to bleed through every single thing, even as thin as they are. Look at that. I love it. Alright, so I've got two really, really mean things left, other than this one. Alright, so we're going to try, what's it called? A Faduco brush pen, or whatever it's called. And let's do it really dark right there. You know, like when you're brush lettering. Look at that, guys. You can use it. You can use it. I don't know if you guys have these. These are the old school Erin Condren metallic markers. Let's put metallic EC marker. And to be fair, let's do it in gold. Because maybe the different color changes. I don't know. Alright. Ooh, they're super wet. I don't want it getting on my table. Look at that. Haha. Alright. Now, I know everybody's going to ask me, well, can it take a regular Sharpie marker? So we're just going to write Sharpie. Okay? And we're going to flip it. A little bit of ghosting. Let's be very, very transparent with that. Okay. Do you see the tiny bit of ghosting? And that's not even a fine tip, y'all. This is the fine point. It's not the extra fine. So, this is like the kind you would address, packages with. Y'all, do you see that much ghosting? And I've got bright lights on. And do you see the rest of the paper? Can you see any ghosting other than Snoopy? And that. And if you're using a fine tip marker in your planner, it better be a good reason. That's all I got to say to that. Alright, so let's get back to it. I got a couple more things. Things, like I said, we should never be using. I do want to check these guys because these bled through my Hobonichi really bad. Not that side. It was this weird dot, the square dot. That bled through Hobonichi, but I don't think it should bleed through this paper at all. Not a chance. Nice. Okay, so I have an allograph pen from Archer and Olive, okay? Now, I kind of got to get it going, don't I? Let me get it going. This is not the paper you're supposed to get it going on, but alright, well, it's going. Let's go. Archer and Olive. Okay, and that is super wet. Y'all can see the puddle that just came out on this paper. So let me let that sit for just a second. Ooh. And we'll go ahead and test an alcohol marker. Why you would use that in your planner, I have no idea. But I'm just trying to show what this paper can take, okay? Alright, so we're looking in this corner. So when we flip it, it'll be somewhere around here. Alright, so the alcohol marker does bleed through a little bit, and so does the allograph pen. Nope, that's the Sharpie. Alright, so let's look at it. That's the Sharpie marker. Can you see it? It's just barely ghosting. And that's an alcohol marker, guys. And in between is the Archer and Olive allograph pen. And you can see the two lines from the alcohol marker and then the word Sharpie from the Sharpie marker, but you do not see that allograph. That allograph pen is not going to bleed through. So if you're like me and you bought all those little goodies and you wanted to be able to use it, but, it doesn't really work on most paper other than Archer and Olive, you guys, you're going to be able to use it. So let me go ahead and put these things back in my jar. And let's go ahead and test one other thing. Let's use some VersaFine ink. How many of you have bought planner stamps over the years, but you don't stamp in your planner because you don't want it to bleed? Let's just grab a number 7, because that's my birthday. Let's go ahead and stick this, and it's a brand new stamp. I've never used it, as you can see, never used it. So we're going to use this VersaFine ink, okay? And we're going to stamp the 7 right here. Okay. Here's where we're looking. And when we flip it over, you don't see it, guys. You can use planner stamps in here. So I wanted to be very transparent about why I chose the paper I did. As far as I can tell, if you're using an alcohol marker or a Sharpie fine tip marker in here, to each his own. You know, you might have a problem. That's just going to be the way it is, and that's as honest as I can be with you. But I think anything else in your arsenal, you should be fine. It's not going to bleed through, and you should be good. And that was what I wanted. I wanted people to be able to use anything that they have purchased, because we don't just purchase stickers and planners. We like to buy the stationery, and most of us are too chicken to use any of the little goodies that we have in our planner because it bleeds through. So that is why I will not back down on the thickness of my paper. So when it comes to keeping 3 months of inserts in your rings, that's probably not going to be possible if you're doing the monthly, the weekly, and the daily inserts in your A5 rings. You're probably going to keep maybe at the most 2 months, maybe less, but you should be able to get 1 full month in there. And let's be honest, we all have several covers. We can hold our inserts over here. We can pull in what we need to. That's just the way it is. So let's go ahead and look at this one last thing. Okay. It was my removable sticker paper. It's been on there since the 18th. And I'm trying to think, do I need my tweezers to get it? I shouldn't. Nothing, guys. It didn't rip anything, and it didn't rip my paper. It just didn't. And look, I tested on the back side. That's actually Tater Tot had dropped his treat on there. That's not pen. But you can see nothing, even when I tested it here, bled through. And I did it in different colors as well. And my sticker paper removed since December 18th with no worries. Didn't jack up my paper or nothing. Let me get it all the way up there to show you. It didn't rip my paper at all. So if I were to get any people that are like, can you consider going to a different type of paper for your planner inserts, my answer is going to be refer to this video. The answer is no, because you guys know if I likes it, I sells it. And if it's going to work for all my goodies, the things that I want to use in my planner, and I'm sure that you guys would want to as well, you would like to know that you could pick up any pen that you have and just go for it, you know? That's why we're going with this paper. And stay tuned, because this coming week I intend to start back planning videos. And this year for 2025, I am not using a commercial planner. I am using only my own inserts and my own sticker kits. So if you want to see what those look like, just make sure to stay tuned this week. And until I see you guys again for another video, y'all have a nice night. Bye.